But did you know you've seen him before? Not this actor exactly, but if you've seen The Fellowship of the Ring and The Return of the King, you've seen Círdan. If you're just a fan through the movies and you haven't read the books, then obviously he'd probably just be seen as some background character to you and you probably looked at him like, who the hell is that? So let me re-jog your memory. This guy right here in between Galadriel and Gil-galad, he was one of the original 3 elves that got the 3 elven rings of power. He was given Naryet, the ring of fire, which he later gave to Gandalf in the Third Age. And he says this almost sweet quote to Gandalf as he's handing the ring off to him, but for time's sake, I'll just type it up there and you can pause to read it. But Kaia, you also said we saw him in Return of the King. Hang on, I'm getting there. If you remember this scene, which duh, of course you do, where the hobbits and Gandalf meet with Galadriel, Celeborn, and Elrond in the Grey Havens to sail to Valinor, you also remember that guy. And there he is again, awkwardly standing there in between Celeborn and Galadriel. Yep. That's Círdan. While we only see him these 2 times in the movies, he's actually a really important character in the Legendarium. I will absolutely get into a deep dive of Círdan later, but right now I want to point out a detail that I am kind of really happy that Rings of Power kept in from the Legendarium. Something I might add that Peter Jackson's movies did not. For those of you who want to compare the movies to the Rings of Power show and hating on it, when looking at this still, you see right there Círdan has a beard. But Kaia, I thought elves didn't grow facial hair. And you're right, they don't, save for 2. One of them being Metan, father-in-law to Feanor, and our beloved Círdan. Círdan is one of the oldest elves to still walk Aya, if not the oldest elf. He's been around for just about everything that's happened in Middle-earth, save for what happened before his birth. He was born sometime between 1050 and 1105 in the Year of the Trees, and he survives Middle-earth into the 4th Age, where he eventually abandons the Grey Havens and sails to Valinor to essentially retire. He's described as being tall with a long beard and looking gray and old, save for his eyes that were as keen as the stars. Which that description of him is pretty understandable considering by the 3rd Age he's already in his 3rd life cycle as an immortal elf. It's not like he got breaks like Glorfindel or even Gandalf did. He didn't die and then come back. He's just been there this whole time. Yes, I know Gandalf isn't an elf, but you get the point. Please get the point. Seeing them bring Círdan into Rings of Power is so exciting, but them bringing Círdan with his beard makes it just that more exciting. I know it's silly and it's small, but as someone who loves this lore, it's a detail that I would have been very disappointed had they left it out but still had Círdan. Kind of like how they forgot Círdan's beard in the Peter Jackson movies. And I almost can't wait to see the people who hate on Rings of Power just to hate on it be like, "Wah, elves don't have facial hair." Well, this one canonically does.